It's Monday and I am in the studio today. I'm gonna get on with some drawing. I'm in the mood for modern floral style thing today. Bought a book last week that's more line art and I'd quite like to have a go at that, so I think that's going to be my plan. I'll definitely film drawing. I think that will be fun to see how different that is to what I did last week. Speaking of last week, I just wanted to say a huge thank you to everybody that watched my first studio vlog. I was nervous putting it up. I didn't know how it would go down, but everybody's been really supportive and I just wanted to say a really big thank you for that because it means a lot to me. I'm doing these vlogs for me, but it's still really nice to know that you guys like them too. So week 2, and we will see where we get to. Okay, cool. It is Tuesday today and I am being taken over by hummingbirds. There's literally so many. Oh look, you can see them, they're fighting. They're so funny, they get so grumpy. It's a really pretty morning here and it's not too hot yet. So I thought I'd come and have my coffee on the balcony. and then I'm gonna get into the studio, write my to-do list for the day, do some drawing, film some bits for you guys, see where we get to. Happy Tuesday. So this is the final piece that I've created. It was definitely more like a sketch exercise than anything like final, but I quite like it. I think my favorites are the anemone, the poppy and the magnolia, and the sweet peas. I think they turned out really nice. These are like dogwood flowers. That's a lilac, that's a daisy, there's a hydrangea. I can't remember which one that one is. That one, I think it's like a gardenia. I think that's the word. That one was the most complicated to draw because of all the like flowers in the petals in the center. Yes, here it is. Yeah, gardenia. So you start off with like a spiral and you build it out from there. So this one has definitely like the most steps, and that one's the ranunculus. I really enjoyed using the book. I think it was really helpful just to have like a step-by-step in how to structure the different flowers. I think this bit of the picture is really nice because it is quite free, whereas I think I was losing concentration a bit here. I'm not so keen on how that one turned out. I think the daisy, this petal is definitely too long. I kind of like this. It's a bit more cartoony than the others, but I definitely think these were the most successful. It's something that I've actually quite enjoyed doing, and I think rather than following a step-by-step book all the time, I'd really like to do some stuff from sight now that I got a book that breaks it down, makes drawing flowers down into steps rather than a full image to start with. It would be quite interesting to see whether I could apply that to some real flowers, so like try that in like a still life setting. So maybe that's something that I can try later in the week or next week, and I can see how I get on. I think it's quite different to some of the stuff that I've done before. It's more how I would have drawn at school than how I've started drawing here, but I like it. I think it's interesting. I do wonder how it will fit in with the rest of my stuff, as it is quite different to the other cards that I've been creating, but I'm wondering whether, so as an example of some of the other bits that I've been doing, I've used the gouache paint to make kind of spirals of foliage, and then I've been printing them on my printer and then over the top drawing in black ink. And I wonder whether I could use some of this pattern underneath the line art piece, and whether that might be quite interesting, because it doesn't necessarily, I don't necessarily want to just straight colour in these, because I actually quite like that they are just the lines, and I think they're complicated enough as it is, but I think it might be quite interesting to see if there's a way to link this and that without making it too much, which I'm quite prone to doing. So yeah, this is just like an example of some of the bits and bobs that I've been playing around with more recently, taking things like just floral patterns, and then I scan them into my computer, and then I have been doing like the line art on top of the scan rather than directly on top of the painting, because when I come to print it out, if I do the lines on the wall on the gouache then scan it, they kind of fade quite a lot. So this is like on the print from the printer, this is me drawing over the top of it, and that's me drawing over the top of it, but that's like it coming straight out the printer, and I think it loses some of the crispness, especially when I have to play with the values. So yeah, doing things like this in the gouache, and then actually drawing around for each card, it makes it more polished. Oh yeah, so this is that. So you can see that my printer's made these colours, especially like the pinks and the light lilacs, a lot more washed out. And I think then to add the pen on top of that to then add, like, do anything to the contrast of this once you get it onto the computer. You just lose it, and it just hasn't worked out as nicely. I'll show you some other bits that I've been doing, just kind of along more like this, but also a bit like this. I tried some more almost like folk art stuff that was similar to the piece that I created last week, the tree. I really like the colours of this one. I think it's really light and bright. I was just messing around and like trying different brush strokes, trying different patterns, trying different structures of kind of berries and leaves and some kind of chunky flowers. It's quite playful and I like that. I think I've not finished it. I don't know that it has like a place. I don't think it's necessarily right for a greetings card because it's not specific enough for anything. I think it's quite interesting as like an experiment and breaking out into different colours. Same with this one's a lot more washed out, the colours. I think I just used dirty paint water, which probably wasn't very clever. Again, you can see that I'm kind of copying myself, but I think it's quite interesting as a study in pattern. I've seen that there's been a few challenges. I think it's like 30 patterns in 30 days. I'm thinking I might start that in September because I am really enjoying doing patterned stuff. And it might be quite an interesting way to see if I can incorporate some of these different styles that I'm enjoying and practice rather than think that everything that I create has to suddenly become like Etsy ready or anything like that, or even like Instagram perfect. I enjoyed doing this piece because I enjoyed knowing that it wasn't going to necessarily be anywhere, but I was just doing it because I wanted to do something in this style and because I thought it might be interesting to show you. Okay, so we kind of lost the light a little bit yesterday with this one, but as you can see, I tried drawing those flowers over the top of the gouache. I made a mistake and it's annoying me, but we live and we learn. I'm not sure if it's just a bit much. It's a bit fussy. It's like two simple things not necessarily made better by being together. I'm glad that I tried it. I thought it was worth showing you the experiment anyway. It's all just a learning experience, isn't it? And it's worth trying these things. Not everything has to be perfect, not everything has to be set up exactly ready for a new collection. It's all part of the process and I have to keep telling myself that. Hello! So, as I was just saying, looking at this piece, I need to try and take the expectation that everything that I make is automatically ready to go off myself a bit. This video I feel like spent a lot of, I like this, but I don't really know what I'm doing with it. But you know what, that's the reality of life sometimes, and this is a progress kind of and process vlog. It's not always about the end result, and there might be an end result, and if there is, I'll be able to look back on this and think, ha, look, you were thinking about it then and now it's a thing. Also, I'm really sorry this week. My voice has been a bit croaky and gross. I've got a really sore throat and I have done for the week. That's the tiny violin, by the way. And so, yeah, I think that's also not really helped. I think just feeling slightly under the weather hasn't really made me feel like the most amazingly creative person this week, and that's okay too. Sometimes we have off weeks, but I still managed to create a really nice drawing that I'm actually really happy with, so we'll take it. We'll take the good where we can get it. Anyway, I hope you all have a good rest of your day. I will film anything else that I do. Good chat. Okay, bye. Hello. Some more drawing has been done today. I don't know what it was. I was just kind of feeling a bit like I had an idea and I had to go with it. So I just drew this. I hope it's the right way around. It says, "Run free, my wonder girl." So this was what my dad said to me. He texted it to me when I was telling him about my card business. It was just a really nice message from him. It's kind of like a goodbye corporate world. Here's to kind of doing it for yourself, which is definitely lovely to have. So it's something that I've been thinking about how to recreate that for a while, because it's something that I want to have in my head forever. But I'm never really sure how the best way to like print it is. So that was just me experimenting kind of thing with an idea. The flowers all kind of mean something. So these are they're called like snakeheads fritillaria, something like that. Mum will correct me if I'm wrong. They're my dad's favourite flower. I've got sweet peas because my mum used to always grow them in the garden. And magnolia because I'm down in Georgia. Is known for its magnolias down here. And then the poppy is just kind of there because I like poppies. Then the rose, ranunculus, these, rosemary, thistles, baby's breath, and eucalyptus. They were all in my bouquet when I got married. So a bit of a kind of personal project. I don't think I'm going to sell that one. I think that's just for me. But it's quite a nice idea to kind of link the text and the flowers. I'm not really a graphics designer. I'm not really a calligraphy kind of person. Sorry, I keep looking at it. I need to look at you. I'm not a graphics designer. I'm not a calligraphy text person. It's a skill that I'm trying to work on. So I have another book, no shame, I've had for years, nib and ink. I think quite a lot of people have it. But it's really useful for lettering because it kind of shows you how to form different letters and like the basics of kind of modern calligraphy. There's a lot to learn. So yeah, it's still Wednesday. I think probably my intention will be to finish the vlog here because there's quite a lot in it and I don't want you guys to be like drowning in my random stuff. So I think I'm going to end the vlog today, then I can edit it tomorrow and then I can get it up tomorrow night. Because it actually takes hours to edit a vlog for YouTube. So I think that's probably what I'm going to have to do on Thursday. And then what I try and do is upload it on Thursday night so that it's ready for Friday morning in the UK, because Friday morning is crazy early for us in the US and I don't want to get up too late in the day for the UK on a Friday. If that makes sense. Anyway, it'll all make sense because you'll have watched this bit and it'll be what it is. So I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching vlog round 2. I will be making another one next week. And again, thank you so much for your support, for all your comments. I really appreciate it. And and I'll see you next week. Bye.